tax an independent businessman that's hiring these people illegally? Would you try that approach to stop it?
I would penalize them.
Yeah, that's what
absolutely.
I mean, basically.
But I think then we also have to make sure, in good faith, we show the independent businessmen that we have some type of documentation that they can count on. Because right now, I know a number of farmers who work through the H-2 program. They try to do it legally. They go down to the border and pick up the same people if they can get them every time, bring them back. But they don't have any certainty that that Social Security card or that driver's license, or even in certain cases, some of the government green card documentation is actually not counterfeit. So I think we have to look at something far more secure for a legal and for a legal alien to come across, and to assure that employer, I've got the right person. Swipe it through a government swipe machine or whatever else. Other than that, we enforce the law with the employers who do it illegally.
Thank you. Good answer.
Yes, sir.
I may be the only one in this room that pays property taxes in Tucson, Arizona. And it's 80 miles north of Nogales. I can tell you it is a serious problem, and it's not just about the jobs. It's about what they require in education and in health care costs and a whole lot more. So it has to be addressed. However many million are here, that's a transition issue as far as I'm concerned. We need to secure our borders. We need to start putting sanctions against those governments that support illegal immigration. I'm sorry, Mexico, but 1 out of every 6 Mexicans is today in the United States. That's wrong. That point.
Just wonder what they were paying taxes, all these people. The money that would bring in.
The only way you're going to get that solved, I believe, is through a fair tax or flat tax.
Right.
Exactly.
With respect to Social Security, we're all concerned about where that's going, and many of us remember years ago we were told it wouldn't be there. And today I hear on WJR that this current administration is now considering a net worth tax. So we were encouraged to save for our retirement, and now we're going to tax it.
That's where the money's at. And the older generation's got the work hard,
They're
saved.
taking it all away from the kids. All right, now, to my questions. I've heard you talk a lot tonight about the healthcare system, and it wouldn't fun if you work to repeat it, and I commend you for that. I heard you talk about tort reform, and I think an important element of tort reform is the doctors won't be so fearful, and the hospitals won't be so fearful of the lawsuits that they won't order 16 tests for 2 of the survivors. And that will lower healthcare costs also. So I commend you for where you're there. But I've also heard you talk a lot about we and them, Republicans and Democrats. Well, as this gentleman back here said before you started tonight, I used to be a Republican. I still am a conservative. I want to know if you are personally strong enough to fight the partisanship. I want to know if you will personally support, introduce a no loophole bill that will end earmarks.
I will support that, and I've signed on with the majority of my Republican colleagues. And see, that's where I think we have to understand there are differences. And Republicans ought to be conservatives. I long for the day when I don't have to say I'm a conservative Republican. I simply say I'm a Republican, you know that means conservative. That's what our platform is. That's how we were founded under the Oaks in Jackson, Michigan in 1854 as. But I've signed on and made it very public, and Rachel has tapes of it several times, that I will not support earmarking, I will not offer earmarks. It's only 1.1% of the total budget. But it's an obscenity that's caused distrust and great consternation amongst our citizens. That's unnecessary. So it means that I will have to use my salesmanship abilities with bureaucrats to define why this project, for instance, the parallel runway at the Battle Creek Airport, is necessary because of our Air National Guard there with its new mission, the Western Michigan University School of Aviation that's there, Duncan Aviation, and a number of other entities that need it, and now for safety reasons, we need that. I'll have to explain that to bureaucrat, as opposed to putting in a bill like I did when I was in Congress, and then working it through a committee process. But I think it's time, and I know from John Boehner on down, the leader of the minority in the House right now, we've just come to believe that that has to be done. And I think even guys like Ron Paul will not offer earmarks in the future as well.